This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Thursday, the 10th day of May in the year 2018. Here's what we're tracking tonight. Police in the mining town of Linden were called to the scene of a murder early this morning in Amelia's ward, and at that scene they found the lifeless body of Claude DeYoung, also known as Sano. Investigators were told that the man was stabbed to death in the home he shared with his girlfriend by the woman's ex-lover, who is known to law enforcement. The ex-lover, who has since gone on the run, has been identified as Kerwin Arthur. He is currently before the courts facing 2 charges of carnal knowledge of a girl under the age of 15. News source understands that a suspect shared a relationship in the past with the same woman, who was now sharing her home with her new boyfriend. Although the woman ended her relationship with the suspect since last year, he would still visit the home as a family friend. Reports state that sometime after midnight he gained access to the home through a window and a fight broke out between the 2 men. It was during that fight, which took place in front of the girlfriend, that the man stabbed DeYoung repeatedly to the body while threatening that he would take his own life. Persons in the area said he left moments after as the woman screamed out for assistance. Police arrived on the scene and a manhunt has since been launched for the suspect. The investigations are ongoing. And now to that deadly pirate attack in neighboring Suriname, as the investigation continues into the attack, which claimed the lives of 15 Guyanese fishermen. Guyana and Suriname are cooperating and sharing information on the attack, and the 2 countries plan to work closer in the area of security on the waterways. Acting Police Commissioner of Guyana, David Ramnarine, told reporters yesterday that there's still a lot of investigative work that has to be done. Guyana has 3 persons in custody based on information from the police in Suriname.
It seems to be that the basis for this gruesome, heinous and dastardly act had to do with some form of retaliation for one of the persons in custody whose brother was allegedly gunned down in a drive-by shooting on the 29th of March in Suriname.
Surinamese authorities have not said how soon they intend to file charges in the case. On the diplomatic front, President David Granger on Wednesday met and informed India's Minister of State Satyapal Singh that the Guyana government is keen on restoring the sugar industry to profitability and is open to cooperation with the Indian government and investors from India. India remains the largest sugar-producing country in the world. The Indian Minister of State is currently on a 4-day visit to Guyana to meet with government officials and explore areas of cooperation in an effort to deepen the 50-year-old Guyana-India ties. President Granger told the Indian government official that Guyana already has the trained labor for the sugar industry, but needs the technology, and therefore it offers a welcoming hand to Indian investors for the industry. The Indian Minister of State spoke of the technologies that have been developed in his country for the sugar industry over the years, and said they are ready to assist Guyana to preserve its sugar industry, on which thousands of Guyanese depend on for their livelihood. Let's tell you now that as Guyana continues with efforts to bridge the gap that separates its citizens by race, politics, and class, the 3rd annual observance of Social Cohesion Day took place today at the National Cultural Center. The event brought together Guyanese from every administrative region and ethnic, religious, and cultural background. The message of a unified Guyana where diversities are embraced and conflicts are resolved was repeated throughout the mid-morning program before a packed National Cultural Center.
Social cohesion flows from conventions where the society over time learn to respect the differences among the various sections and groupings in their midst, and to build trust between and among groups of different ethnic, cultural, or religious persuasions.
This morning's event also saw cultural presentations through song, dance, and poetry from several national youth-oriented organizations. The event was a one-day one which is held annually along with other events throughout the year to foster unity across the country. And finally this evening, we turn our attention to the courts, where 2 Lindeners were remanded to jail this morning after they were charged for being in possession of 26 pounds of marijuana for the purpose of trafficking. 35-year-old taxi driver Michael Bascom and 18-year-old Reva Bowville stood before the chief magistrate this morning and pleaded not guilty to the charges. The young woman claimed in court that she is currently writing CXC examinations. The court was told that the two were traveling along the Linden Suze-like Highway yesterday when agents of the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit, based on information, carried out a search of the vehicle and found the marijuana stashed in the car. The attorney representing the two accused stated that the young woman was a passenger of the car at the said time along with other persons. However, the prosecutor said the two were the only two occupants of the car when it was stopped, and both provided oral and written statements to the investigators. Taking into consideration that the young woman claims that she is currently writing the CXC examinations, the magistrate said that provides a good reason for bail to be granted. However, she will have to provide her timetable to the court for bail to be considered. Both will return to court on the 24th of this month. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting.